Bobby Wilkinson, manager of Swindon Supermarine, back with me once again this week. Quick chat, Bobby, then. We'll focus on this weekend's game in a moment. Let's talk about the previous weekend, and that was a 3-0 defeat on the Saturday to Mousehole. What did you make of that game? Obviously, we know that players were playing out of position due to the injuries that you had. So what was your assessment?
I don't find that any excuses, Dan. To be honest, we didn't turn up. We continued from where we were on Monday. I felt we let ourselves down again after 35 minutes, because 35 minutes we played very well. And then we give a sloppy penalty away. Again, very naive again, which disappointed me. But it wasn't the manner of losing. It was the manner of the way we've lost. I felt we, lost a little bit of passion, and we was more worried about moaning at the ref or people not doing individual jobs. So as a collective, as a group, we've got to take responsibility, and we have to dust ourselves down and move on to the next one. And we certainly did that.
Yeah, and let's focus on that one because it can be difficult to pick yourselves up from that kind of game where you lose 3-0 at home, but then you go away and you win 2-0 on the Monday night. First of all, I'll ask you about that game, what you thought, and then there is a question of like the difference between the two matches. So tell me about the Melksham game.
It was our best performance of the season, not just because we won 2-0 and was playing a local derby on a Monday night in terrible conditions, but a fantastic ground. It just showed what our boys are all about. And this is why I keep trying to explain to people, never be too high, never be too low. The loss on Saturday means they can learn from it, they can adapt from it, and then we can see what sort of characters we're working with. And I was absolutely overjoyed with both weekend games in the end, because we got to learn a lot from Saturday, and then we got to learn some more on Monday. But I don't just learn when I win, I learn more when I lose. When you're working around this calibre of player, you have to adapt to every situation. And I have to say, they've done myself and themselves and the club so proud to bounce back the way they did.
You learn more from defeat than you'll ever learn in victory is a famous saying that I know. So before I ask about the difference between the games, Melksham Town, there was a pitch inspection at 4 p.m. What was the pitch like in the end?
Pitch was absolutely excellent. Fantastic place. First time I've actually been there. Facilities were lovely. Pitch was wet but firm, and credit to them. They could have called that off, but they got it played, and it ended up being an unbelievable, entertaining game of football. And it was a credit to non-league football for both teams. I know we came out and we won the game. They're going through a bit of a little bit of a sticky situation themselves. But for me, it was just about us getting the 3 points.
So what was the key difference then between the two games? What was your assessment of both compared to each other?
Well, it's such a good question, Dan, because, this is where I can find it a little bit frustrating myself. But my team talk was a little bit different. My team talk was, why do we play the game? Why do we come into football even when we was 8, 9, 10 years old? Why do we sacrifice our families, our friends, our parents to go and play the game? And that was what my team talk was. And I just wanted to remind them, if you enjoy your football and you love your football, it will end up being a better player, because these boys really want to succeed at this football club. And that is a credit to them. But what they got to realise, to succeed, you've got to enjoy your football as well. And I sensed so many frustration on Saturday because they wasn't winning the game. Who cares? Like, we are here to win a game of football, but it's the manner of trying to win the game of football, body language and stuff like that. And I said to the lads, just go out and have some fun and win a game of football. And winning a game of football is moving the ball around, body language, winning your individual battles, and enjoy the challenge of going away on a Monday night in a local derby. And that was my team talk. And I have to say, the boys crossed the white line, and I'd never seen a side like it for many years, especially at this level, because we were electric, and everyone at the ground was talking about it. I took a lot of messages the next day because we played some unbelievable, beautiful, entertaining football. And it just showed where we are as a football club with such a young group. And that's why I'm really pleased.
Yeah, it sounds like it was a tasty game. Bideford this Saturday, only the one game this weekend. Is that more of a relief that you haven't got back-to-back games this weekend? You can somewhat, not just for the boys having a bit of a physical break, but for you a bit of a mental break as well, because you can just go, I haven't got 2 games to focus on, just got the one game, a little bit of peace and quiet on the Sunday.
No, I love the back-to-back games because it always gives you an opportunity to pick 3 points up over the weekend. The boys that are in the top five, they're the ones that are picking up 4 points, 6 points. But this weekend, whatever we say, we still picked up 3 points. Like everyone's talking about how good they were Saturday, but because we won on Monday night and they didn't win Tuesday, we're 2 points ahead of them. So we are in a very good place. But yeah, you are right, Dan. We can concentrate on one opposition, but I never worry about the opposition till after the game Saturday anyway. It just means on Sunday you start preparing for training Monday night, preparing to go and watch a game Tuesday, Wednesday, ready for Thursday's training. So in that way, there's not so much pressure in, to demand to get 3 points, but I miss that side of it when we don't have a midweek game. I think it's our only week that we haven't got a midweek game, I think.
Yeah, this month, yeah, it is the only week this month that you haven't got a Monday night game because you've got one on the 24th, and then the month ends with the 29th at Hartpury University.
Yeah.
Bideford, no winning 6 league games, 7 overall in their last 6 league games, but you've played them before in the trophy. I don't want to remind you of the FA Trophy, but you did play them in the FA Trophy. They're in the relegation zone at the moment, no winning 6 league games. What do you look at when you look at this game? I often say to you, it's an interesting game, but considering that you beat Melksham away, this is another away game. Do you feel like you can play a little bit more away from home? There's a little bit more pressure when you're at home with the fan base in front of you, and there's a little bit more freedom to play the way that you want to play away from home?
Yeah, it's like swung itself a little bit, wasn't it? Because the first 5, 6 games we were outstanding at home, and now we're outstanding away from home. I don't think that's a nice thing to look at because people should look at themselves. If our lads aren't enjoying playing at home, they have to take a look at themselves. If that if that makes sense. I love playing at home or away, wherever we play. I quite enjoy that side of it. But these boys are playing against a very good side. This is what has really baffled me with the league. I went to watch these against Winchester last week, and they should have gone 1 or 2-0 up against Winchester. I know the manager. When they came to us, they were in the bottom 4. We were outstanding first half. They were outstanding second half, and we lost to them on penalties. But they are a very well drilled, physical, 6'6" lads. So we're going into the land of the giants. We're going into a very hard place to be. I've been there 1 or 2 times when I was at Hungerford. So this is quite a real tough place, but it's going to be a great learning experience for our boys again. But we're going to have to get the ball on the floor, let the ball do the work, and go there and compete and try and get another 3 points. And then I look forward to getting back at home, and hopefully people can enjoy watching us and enjoy what we're developing at home. Don't look at the 0, the 1 or the 3. I have to keep making that very clear. When you're doing a project in football, it's not about the 0, the 1 or the 3. It's about the project. What are you developing? Where are you going to be this time next year? Are these lads developing? Are they understanding how to get out of this league? And I can promise you one thing, we're way on course for that. I'm not saying we're getting out of the league this year, but we are definitely developing an unbelievable team here, which these players will go on and have great success over the years as well. Hopefully it's with this football club.
I hear what you're saying because you want to input your own methodology of your own style of play and implement that first and foremost, and that takes a lot of time to kind of, especially when you're working with new players, to bring about that methodology of how you want to play. Double helping of home fixtures the following weekend, so that'll be a good one. We'll catch up then. Bobby Wilkinson, manager of Swindon Supermarine. Thank you very much.
Top man, Dan. Cheers.